Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. So here I am with a Dynasty Warriors starter guide. So Dynasty Warriors 9 released earlier this week onto PS4, PC and Xbox One, and there are a lot of systems involved in the game. So in this video I'm going to be covering everything from bases and animals to leveling up, horses, the map, missions, watchtowers and crafting. So there's quite a bit in this guide for you. Should give you a good basis for starting and enjoying the game. So first off, I'm going to start off with the map. The map is quite a daunting looking thing. As you can see, there's lots of different icons and different information on it. What I've done is actually turned off a few of the different things because it just clogs up the map totally. So if you want to do that, go onto the map tab and then go to icon settings, turn off everything you don't want to see. I would recommend you do that because it is really clogged up if you leave everything on by default. So these different icons, these swords means there is a fight going on there for a base. These are different towns and cities. Green ones are the ones that you have found in terms of towns and cities and other places. You've got red dots for enemies, blue dots for allies, plus sometimes if there are any officers around and you're close enough to the map, you can see exactly who those officers are if you zoom in. You will see these little yellow boxes as well. That means they are treasure chests to go and find and explore. These different triangles are waypoints, so quite important to find these because they do allow fast travel. Campfires allow you to cook food, and then you have these watchtowers as well, which definitely you need to be looking out for because these allow you to explore the map around you, so definitely worth doing. So then, missions. Missions are broken down into different stages. So when you're on a stage, it will give you a main mission, which is this icon here. Underneath this main mission, there are loads of different side missions. These are very useful. These will give you good rewards. Plus, if they are actually branching off from the main mission you see here, it's going to affect the main mission, and this can either be lowering morale, lowering the level of the main mission, or allowing your allies to advance to actually help you in the main mission fighting the boss. Definitely worth doing as many of these as you can, plus they give you some decent rewards as well, so just to really get you going for it. Definitely worth doing here. Just remember, that is your main mission. You can go charging straight into it if you want, but chances are, especially early game, you're probably going to get yourself killed if you go straight for the main mission without doing any of the side missions. As you can see here, these are all the missions which aren't tailored off from the main mission, but these do give you some decent rewards, and you need to go and talk to the person first before you can actually start these missions. Bear that in mind. So as you're running through the map and you have a horse, you can actually call it and then keep your finger on the button which has been used to call the horse, and you will automatically mount and ride your horse. It does save you a little bit of time. And I found a watchtower, which is good. So I'm going to jump up to the watchtower and I'm going to explore this part of the map, and you will find it unlocks a lot of different information for you onto the map, which I will show you in just a second after this very familiar looking kind of look around the area. I'm not going to say what game that reminds me of. So as you can see, this has unlocked loads of different things for me to go and explore. Forgot to mention when I was looking at the map, these are resource points, so these are going to be very useful for you because this game is all about crafting. It's all about finding resources. It's all about going around and actually looking and finding stuff so you can start crafting things, because you need to craft everything in this game. You can purchase different items and different weapons and different accessories and all that kind of stuff, but the most powerful stuff you craft. So to fast travel, go onto your map tab and then go to fast travel, press X, and then any green dot you can fast travel to, plus any icon that when you hover over it actually highlights up like that. As you see here, these swords don't, so I cannot fast travel there. However, I've got a load of green dots around plus a couple of different options around. So you don't need to unlock or have been to anywhere to actually fast travel there. As you can see here, this entire bit of the map is totally dark for me, which means I have not explored this map whatsoever. However, look at all the different fast travel points I've got in here. So bear that in mind as you're fast traveling around. If you zoom in, you will get more. If you zoom out, you will lose a few fast travel points, so just beware of that as well. If you're trying to get somewhere, zoom in as close as you can and you should have a few fast travel points around that area. So as you're exploring the map and running around and doing all your missions and everything, you will come across enemy bases. Now these bases are quite important to take because they do allow your allies a bit of a foothold onto the map, which is going to help you in the main mission. So kill all the base captains, assault captains, relief captains and every other captain in these bases so you can actually capture these for your team. Once you've captured these bases, be aware, don't go straight running off, because once you find and capture a base, it actually unlocks a few boxes of supplies for you. And now these supply boxes do drop some very good items which are going to help you in your crafting and everything later on down the line. Smaller bases will unlock usually about 3 boxes, whereas the bigger villages, the bigger towns and the bigger cities will unlock considerably more boxes. So have a good explore around the area. Once the base supplies icon has actually popped up telling you found base supplies, go and break those boxes just by attacking them, and these will unlock a few new items for you. So as you're exploring the map and running through doing all your missions, you will come across different hideaway places like this. So these allow you to fast travel to them after you purchase them, plus you can actually furnish them with items you purchase in the town as well. Just be aware, these aren't cheap. So just this one alone, right outside of Zhuchang, is 30,000 gold, which is a huge amount of gold. But they are definitely worth doing because they do allow you to fast travel. So if you do find one and you have enough gold, I would definitely recommend purchasing it. Okay, so when you actually use a tower, or if you get into range, you will have a little blip come up on your map alerting you that there is a camp of different resources somewhere in your proximity. Run over to that area, stay there for a couple of seconds, and then it will all pop up on screen for you, allowing you to collect it. Definitely do this because, as you can see here, this is a whole camp full of epic items, which is going to be very useful in my crafting. So as you're running around the map, if you get a blip alerting you that there is a camp of items, whatever it is, on the map, run over there, wait for a couple of seconds, pick them all up because they are going to be very useful to you in terms of crafting. So speaking of crafting, I'm going to show you exactly what I mean by it. So once you unlock a big city or town, you will have a load of different people you need to go and befriend and go and talk to, because they're going to be offering you lots of stuff. So the first guy is the Blacksmith. This guy offers you weapons, accessories and gems which you can purchase. He does offer some very good stuff, so just have a look through what he actually offers, because it may be easier for you to just purchase rather than craft. If that is the case, just make sure you got enough gold for it, because preferably you don't want to be selling anything, because it will probably be useful to you later on in the game. Crafting, you are going to become very proficient in this, I'm sure. So to craft an item, you need to have unlocked the scrolls for it. As you can see here, I have found one scroll for the Wind Axe's X, however I need to find another 2 before I can actually craft it, plus the necessary materials as well, which is all displayed on the right of the screen there. This is the way you unlock powerful items. You are going to be able to purchase powerful items, but only to a certain point, and then you're going to have to make the rest. So this is where the collecting of resources comes in very handy. Gems are very useful because you can actually insert these into your weapon, which I will show you in just a second, and these actually boost your weapon. Accessories, if you're not sure what an accessory does, then just highlight it and it will tell you in the bottom left there what it actually does for you. Plus as well on the right again what you need to craft it. So before I go and visit the other merchants, I'm just going to show you how to equip equipment and upgrade it as well. So equipment is literally in the equipment tab, and then you can just come through and change everything. So you've got your weapon, your accessories, and then your fast select items here as well. You can change these to anything you're currently holding. Have a look through. In the bottom right there, it will tell you exactly what they do. Accessories, I definitely recommend a gold crown, tiger belt, and bear claw charm. The bear claw charm increases items, tiger belt increases gold, and the gold crown attracts any nearby dropped items, so you haven't got to run over and collect them yourself. Reforging, so when you go into the reforge page, this is where you use your gems. So if you go onto the item or the weapon you're using, and then you've got 6 different slots which you can insert a gem for, and these are going to affect that actual slot. So your assault is your usual just attack, your guard break is obviously your guard break, and your counter is where you actually counter an enemy, and then you've got your trigger attacks there as well. So if you insert a gem into stun, it will affect the stun skill of your trigger attack. So as you can see, I put one into launch and it sets people on fire, which is quite useful. On your officer tab, not only do you have the equipment and the Reforge icon, but you also have the level up, and this is really, really important. Every time you level up, you unlock 3 upgrade points. Now these can be put into health, muso, stamina, attack, defense, speed, and bow skill. And every one of these points is going to affect one of your main attributes. So build your character how you want to build him. I like leaving it a couple of levels, so I've got a load of points to play with. However, make sure you make a decent character in terms of stats. Also, if you're really having trouble with a certain part of the game, you may find you haven't actually used these points to level up your character. So, after you've sorted out all your weapons and accessories and everything, you want to come on over and talk to the Tea House Master. This lady will allow you to cook food, which will give you a time-limited buff. These buffs are very, very powerful, so if you're going into quite a tough mission, I definitely recommend doing this. You can do this on the bonfires of the map as well. It's exactly the same, it just saves you a bit of running about if you're already in a town. Somewhere in her vicinity there will be the Hunt Master, so when you're running around and you're killing different wolves and deers and all the rest of it, you will unlock hunt points, which are just in the top right there underneath my gold total. This guy sells very powerful gear, like really powerful gear. Already just with 400 hunt points, and that's just from killing stuff that I've just seen on the map, I can already unlock a legendary gem imbued with poison. So this guy sells some very, very good stuff. So keep in mind that you're going to probably need to come and talk to this guy, so you need to be hunting everything you can. This guy also sells coins. There are 4 different coins in the game, and I am going to cover this a little bit more in depth in another video. However, basically there is a coin collector, and this guy sells scrolls and other very powerful items. So have a look through and see what you need, and then collect the coins which you need for that item that you want. Getting coins either through the Hunt Master or through missions. Try and get as many as you can. These folks here with these speech bubbles above their heads offer you different missions. These missions can be very rewarding, so have a look, see if you can get it done pretty quickly. If you can, pick it up, and then you can literally go and do these and pick up some very good rewards very, very quickly. Definitely worth doing. Next up is the Stable Master. As soon as you can, and as soon as you find a Stable Master, buy a horse, because the default horse does not level up. So to have a horse which levels up and its stats increasing as you're using it, you need to buy a horse and then equip it through the Stables tab there. Make sure you do that as soon as you can, so you can benefit from a decent horse. Last but certainly not least is just the regular Shopkeeper. So you can buy all your regeneration items or your stat boosting items from these folks, plus you can craft them as well. Again, you need the scrolls and the required materials for that. Bear that in mind as you're running through. You'll probably find loads and loads of different stuff, and then you can come over here and talk to this guy, and then find you can craft quite a bit instead of purchasing it, which is obviously going to save you a lot of money. I hope this guide has helped you in your adventure into Dynasty Warriors 9. If it has, please do share it around and leave me a like and a comment below. Let me know which part exactly has helped you out. Thank you very much for watching, folks, and I will catch you next time.